Hey, so today's video is all about, is CBD safe to give to your children? Sorry, I've got my kids around me. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that I will be at La Trocha market on Sunday. This Sunday, however, following Sunday I won't be there because I'm going to be going away, taking a nice short weekend to Granada with my man, and my sisters are going to come to the house and look after my children and all my animals, so that's fantastic. So I think my daughters are trying to get into the camera, and you haven't seen them before, but okay, all right. It's not appropriate, okay? So anyway, we know CBD helps everyone with all sorts of ailments, like stress, stress, anxiety, depression, pain, inflammation, Parkinson's, cancer, epilepsy, sleep, all of that stuff. And it helps older people, elderly people, younger people, all sorts. But is it safe to give to your children? This is a very controversial subject. I would request that people, well, you know what, you can give your opinion. I won't be fighting back or trying to convince you otherwise. I'm just here to give my opinion, my what can I say, through experience in my life and my children's life. Okay, so at this point I have if you don't know already, I have a 2-year-old. She's down there causing chaos, and I have a 10-year-old. Okay, now I've been giving these CBD capsules to my 2-year-old for the past year. The reason for that is because since she was born, she produces a lot of phlegm. So she would always have this phlegmy cough, this a rattle in her chest, and every few weeks or every month she would get put on inhalers to clear it. And I didn't really like the idea of inhalers, but I was really, I was quite like, oh, can I give my baby CBD and whatever? So the capsules are perfect because they dilute in the milk. And I thought, well, it's fully organic. It's a natural product. It's way better than any pharmaceutical pill or inhaler and all of this stuff that's going into her lungs, which didn't help. They helped temporarily, right? It would clear her chest for that spurt, so they would put her on they would put it on for 3 weeks, yeah? And anyway, so that was about a year ago, and in February the rattle started to go. We were on holiday and I noticed that actually she wasn't coughing. She used to cough every day without fail, regardless. She was always coughing. And I noticed that she wasn't coughing as much, and there was still a little bit of a rattle in the chest when she was breathing, but it was much, much less. And by the end of the holiday, this was in South Africa, by the way, by the end of the holiday, it had practically gone. Now, I put it down to, well, it's got to be something with the air and the humidity or the whatever, right? Because it's a complete change of environment, and then it started to clear. And we came home and it cleared. And I think she got a spurt of it when we came back after about maybe 2 weeks of being back. She coughed a bit and we had to give her the inhaler again. And then after that, it literally stopped. and she has not had to have an inhaler since March. And then, you think, well, lockdown and nurseries, and she's gone back to nursery, and she got snotty, like the first 4 days there, she was like streaming with snot. But that chest and that rattle and that phlegm, nothing. So that's my personal story with feeling comfortable enough to give my child CBD to be able to cure something that they've got. Now, my eldest daughter is a little bit more complicated. She was having headaches, and we took her to the doctor, and they found that her optical nerves were swollen. And when your optical nerves are swollen, it means that there's pressure in the brain. So they did a scan, and they found that she had too much cerebral fluid. It's the fluid that protects your brain from your head, basically, your skull. So they needed to check it. So they did a lumbar puncture, and they checked that the liquid, there was nothing, I can't think of the word right now. No, anyway, nothing yucky about the liquid. They did the lumbar puncture, they took the liquid out, and they put her on diuretics, right? And then they had to check it again to do a scan, because normally, so once they took the liquid out, they would have expected the pressure and the eyes, the optical nerves, to not be swollen anymore. So, but when they checked her like a month later, they were still swollen and they had lumps on them. So they decided that they couldn't use the eyes as a way to check the pressure in the head. So they decided that they would do another MRI, where they found a little tumor in her left ear. Now, it's very small. It's on the nerve, and it's benign, and it's slow growing. And I decided to start her on CBD, right? Because CBD is known to slow down or encapsulate, the cancer cells, so they don't, or cancer cells, tumor cells, whatever they are, whatever the situation is with her, I thought there'd be no harm in giving it to her. However, because she was taking these pills, which were diuretics, to keep the liquid out, I guess, she ended up peeing so much. It was like every 5-10 minutes she was in the toilet having a wee. And we figured out that it was basically the fact that she was on the diuretics. The CBD would theoretically make the medication work stronger, which was making her pee too much. So I stopped the CBD, and her peeing slowed down. And now she's off the diuretics. But I've decided that I'm going to wait until she has her next MRI, which is soon. Hopefully, it was meant to be months ago, but because of COVID, things have slowed down. And the next MRI is going to show us how much it has grown since the last MRI. And I kind of want to know that as a natural growth process without the CBD. And then once we've had the first scan, I've decided she's going on it again, and she's going to be taking the oil, of 5 or 10% or 5%. I think should be fine for now. Maybe 10%. We'll see. I'm going to speak to my partner and see what they think and all of that. But anyway, so as my personal opinion, who's been dealing with CBD for quite a while now, and hearing a lot of people's experiences, children with, ADHD, and that these doctors want to put them on this medication that makes them feel just really tired and sad. I would say try a natural solution, as I said before, it's a really controversial subject. Please feel free to message me or contact me any way, whichever you like. and have a consult, have a chat, whatever you need. And that's it. God, 10 minutes. It was a long one. It's a difficult one. You just have to remember that CBD is a completely, well, the CBD that I work with is a completely natural, organic solution. So, you know, it doesn't get you high. It doesn't have, as far as we know, negative effects, really. You just have to, if you are taking medication, we'll just have a chat, find out. It's really about blood thinners. If you're on blood thinners, then you have a problem. But other than that, so yes, I don't see a problem giving your child CBD to improve their health rather than all of the other stuff that you find out there. Anyway, I'm going to go. Hope to see you on Sunday, or message me or whatever you need. Bye.